Many years ago, legendary champion Marvin Hagler remarked that it's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m. when you're sleeping in silk pajamas. In other words, when you're hungry, when you're chasing something, the grind comes naturally. But once you're comfortable, that fire can fade.
The latest episode of Gervonta, Tank Davis's training camp, released by Prime Video, revealed something surprising. It showed just how powerful a loss, or even just a blemish on a boxer's record, can be in reigniting their drive. On the 8th day of camp, Tank stepped away from the usual setting and headed with his trainers to a high-altitude location to push his training to the next level.
It's just my pride. Some people be made for it, some people don't. It's not going to win. You better be ready.
The video also showed Tank doing bodyweight exercises, stretching, and push-ups. In recent months, some have questioned whether the lightweight champ has been fully committed to training, especially after he hinted at retirement. But now that talk is behind him. Gervonta, Tank Davis is back, and there's no room for slacking as he prepares to face the man who gave him the first mark on his undefeated record.
Ready, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, power, 6, 5, power, 4, power, 3, 2, one more. Good, under the head, roll under the bed.
After his bodywork, the world champ moved on to the mitts and heavy bag, testing out his punching power. He then did a few rounds of sparring with an unknown partner before taking a quick break. In a recent post on X, Davis was shown hitting the heavy bag non-stop for an entire hour, no breaks. It's a clear sign of his determination and sharp skill set. Intense sessions like these are exactly what shape true champions. There's no denying Gervonta Davis's status as a champion, but he deserves real credit for the strength, athleticism, and determination he's showing. Soon, he's set to face Lamont Rematch, and many believe Rematch could end up as just another target for Tank's power. While Rematch has shown some confidence, he'll need to back it up in the ring if he wants any shot at beating one of the most feared fighters in the lightweight division. Davis, meanwhile, is in top shape and looking close to his fighting weight. He recently posed for a photo showing off his impressive physique, proof that he's far from done with boxing.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Take deep breath when you want. Take deep breath. Take deep breath.
That's exactly what fans have been pointing out. Many believe Davis might be rethinking retirement based on how motivated and fit he looks. One fan commented, "And you guys think he's retiring? He looks totally locked in." Another wrote, "I thought he was out of shape and undisciplined, always gaining weight between fights. But this guy's serious." Someone else added, "He looks incredible. Roach is in trouble. No way he's walking away now." And one fan summed it up by saying, "He has to fight Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney. You can't retire looking like this." Not everyone is convinced, though. One fan was more skeptical, saying, "Getting in shape to knock out someone who never had a real chance? Let's see who he fights after Roach, if he wins." As for Lamont Rematch, he's confident and fired up. "I worked my head off for this," Rematch said. "If Tank's on his way out, then why not be the one to send him off? I love proving people wrong, and proving myself right. Right now, they've got me all the way messed up, so I'm ready to shock a lot of folks." Rematch believes this could be the fight of the year, and the start of his own legacy run. After this bout, he plans to go after another champion, whether it's at 130 or 135 pounds.
That lawnmower, that's that. Stop that. I made the decision of training DC because, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness.
I want to prove that I'm the best, Davis declared. According to Boxing News 24, Gervonta Davis is currently thriving in training camp and looking sharp as he gears up for the major challenge ahead against Lamont Rematch. It's also seen as the beginning of his possible road to retirement, something his longtime promoter, Leonard Ellerbe, said he understands during an interview with Plauz on the Laboratory podcast.
But it's like people selling that stuff. Like, even the picture where everybody was in the room. That's like some devil. Facts though. Some coke, right? Yeah. It's like some devil. They sold that stuff. Yeah, you go with that. That was crazy. And you seen how the guy he looked at the scorecard. Yeah,
Leonard Ellerbe spoke candidly about Davis's retirement talk, saying, he sees life differently now than he did 6 or 7 years ago. If he says he's retiring, then that's what it is. We all heard him say it. Ellerbe emphasized that there's more to life than just what you do for a living. You have to respect the fans. They pay good money to watch you fight, but you also have a life outside the ring. Fans want you to keep going, but most of them don't think about your health after the lights go out. He also pointed out how brutal boxing can be, noting that many fighters in the past were mistreated and ended up with serious health issues later in life.
Do you want your legacy to be? If you care. Because some interviews I see you say like, yeah, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Where you stand on that?
It's just like, it's so up and down in the sport. When I say up and down in the sport, it's like, a lot of people don't know, but it been 3 or 4 people in my weight class that been undisputed. Type of thing, and they held it for like only a couple months. I beat Ryan.
Many of those fighters went through serious health issues, some permanent. Ellerbe continued. I get the mindset, you come into the sport, leave your mark, and then move on. Everyone sees it differently, and everyone has their own goals in life. Interestingly, Gervonta Davis hasn't taken much of a break since his last win. He jumped right back into training with the Olympic team and, not long after, returned to his own gym to continue one-on-one sessions with his coaches.
I guarantee you he touches the body, sir.
More than ever, the world champion is ready to take his career up a notch by facing another world champion. To prepare, Gervonta Davis has been training hard. In his latest session, he sparred with a partner who was noticeably bigger than him. While Davis usually knocks out sparring partners his own size with ease, this one proved tougher because of his size advantage. The boxing world buzzed with reactions after the controversial result that let Davis keep his lightweight title with a majority draw against Lamont Rematch Jr. One of the latest voices joining the criticism was promoter Oscar de la Hoya.
Sure, it was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses.
The fact that Baltimore's own Gervonta Davis voluntarily took a knee in the 9th round, and referee Steve Willis didn't stop the fight or call it a knockdown, has stirred up serious debate in the boxing world. Experts and fans have been criticizing Davis and his team, and now 6th Division world champion Oscar de la Hoya has joined in. During a conversation with Callum McGowan on IFL TV, the Golden Boy focused on referee Willis's actions. In the 9th round, after taking a punch from Rematch near his eye, Davis turned and dropped to one knee. De la Hoya says this should have been ruled a knockdown, which would have meant Davis losing a point and the judges giving that round to Rematch.
Ryan beat Devin. Devin was undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's up and down. Cause some people will discredit what I've done. Ain't gonna lie. My influence, my everything in the sport, just that alone. Even coming from where I come from is
right.
Like, feel me? I feel like I'm already up there with whoever, like Floyd Mayweather.
The decision, or I think a draw was meant to be. So I like the draw.
Do you like the draw?
I think
like the knee though. Was that a good call on the ref?
No, if you take a knee, man, when I.
Oscar de la Hoya said he was surprised the referee, Steve Willis, allowed that moment to happen. That referee is a professional with plenty of experience, the 52-year-old former boxer explained. Willis has even worked fights for Golden Boy Promotions, so De La Hoya expected better from him. What really caught De La Hoya's attention, though, was Lamont Roach's performance. He said Roach gave Davis serious trouble and called him a fantastic fighter. I feel Roach did extremely well against Gervonta Davis. Lamont was really on his game. It was a great fight, De La Hoya said.
If you take a knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little